Good evening, dear friends. Welcome to Anupam Academy. Dear friends, you are preparing for CTET examination, SAT, other examination and related to the field of education. Dear friends, while you are appearing the different educational competitive examination, you people are facing lot of difficulties in this segment of child development and pedagogy. I have requested all the people give your valuable comments. Many people made a request to prepare the video on child development and pedagogy. So giving the due respect to the opinion of the people, opinion of the different the person those who are appearing the competitive examination. So we have started this important segment, child development and pedagogy. Dear friends, while you are appearing the NET examination, the different competitive examination, minimum 10 to 15 question is asked from this pedagogy section, and you will not get any good video neither in YouTube and nor in other books. The clarity was not there. Many things was presented in an ambiguity manner. So that's why I have received number of requests from the different angle to prepare the video on child development and pedagogy based on the psychology. Psychology is not a very easy task, easy paper. It's so difficult. You have to imagine lot of things are there. You have to imagine and accordingly you have to answer. Dear friends, in my next slide, I will tell you what I am going to discuss about it. Dear friends, the first one what I have taken, that is Thorndike law. And while we will have a deep insight to the Thorndike law, we will know the basic concept of the Thorndike laws. What the basic concept associated with the Thorndike laws, how many laws he has given, practically what is the educational implication in the classroom situation, in the social life, and what is its the educational implication and what is the criticism by the other people, and who has extended these Thorndike law to a greater extent. If I'll come to the next segment, that is Skinner operant conditioning. Most of the people are quite confused with these two terms, operant conditioning and classical conditioning. Most of the time, though you will find the videos or a small number of videos, but they have not clearly identified, they have not clearly distinguished what is the difference between operant conditioning and the classical conditioning. What are the situation where we can use the operant conditioning or there is an implication of classical conditioning. So we will explain it very clearly. So next is Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence. Human beings have the multiple intelligence. Okay, so how the Gardner has given it 8 dimensions of the multiple intelligence, practical implementation in the field of education. Next, coming to the Bandura's social learning theory. Bandura is a psychologist who has correlated learning to the society. So that's why its name is social learning theory. Then I'm coming to the next one, domains of learning. You know, the learning is possible with the 3 domains. First one is psychomotor, second one is cognitive, and third one is affective. This affective, psychomotor, all these 3 domains are interrelated to each other, and how they affect the learning and how there is what is the process of cognitive development during the course of learning. So all these things we will discuss in my next video in detail. Proceed to the next one. In addition to that, so remaining 4 theories which plays a vital role in the psychology, and most of the question is asking from this segment, Kohlberg theory. What are the stages of development of this Kohlberg theory? What is the Vygotsky theory? What is the criticism of the Vygotsky theory? What is the education implication of this theory? Then coming to the Jean Piaget, which is the most important cognitive development of the theory, cognitive development theory. In any examination, in any competitive examination of education related, you will get 4 to 5 questions based on this Piaget cognitive development. Okay, what is the cognitive development? What are the process? How many stages are there? What are the ages confined to a particular development period? What are their properties? In which way the people will behave in different stages? So everything we will learn. And finally, we will come to the Pavlov theory of classical conditioning. In my previous slide, I told there is a clear-cut difference between a classical conditioning and the other conditioning, what I have told to you. Okay, so you will explain that what is the operant conditioning and what is classical conditioning. Dear friends, so in my next video, I will explain this concept of psychology, where most of the questions are coming under the segment of child development and pedagogy. You kindly be connected with us. Stay healthy during the period of COVID-19. Give your valuable suggestions, and by this going for the option of subscribe our academy, so that whenever we will load the new videos on psychology or other concept, so ultimately the information will be circulated to you and you can easily able to access the uploaded video. Wish you a good day. Thank you all.